Hey guys, welcome to this month's edition of our online newsletter, being for October 2018. Of course, we will kick off with our horses to follow. We've got two particular horses for you to follow over the coming weeks. The first is Sebring Express. She's a 4-year-old mare. She's had 2 runs this time in. She's won both starts. She has been a horse that has had to deal with quite a few issues. She took them on as a 2-year-old in the Group 3 Widden Stakes and had a bad fall that day. And from that point, the stable have been dealing with setbacks and issues with regards to a hindquarter and a back. But now that she's a mature or more mature 4-year-old, everything seems to have settled down. She seems like a happy horse, and she can't do any more than win 2 from 2 this preparation. Be sure to follow her. Certainly going to be difficult to win 3 in a row, but I feel that she will win again at some point in this preparation, so be sure to follow her. We'll show you her first 2 runs this preparation, the first being at Kembla and the second being at Gosford.
Likewise, Sanctuary Cove is right up there in the Halzo with Abukir Bay just off the leading group, and Zerschwa settles down 5th. The rails from Bounding Badger, Sebring Express 15 rounds as second last, and Midnight Riders last. At the 500 metre point here, Sanctuary Cove and Starry turn together. Abukir Bay's in 3rd. The Halzo off the track 4th once they turn. Zerschwa's run up behind the leader from Bounding Badger. Sebring Express pulled to the outside. 15 rounds gives them about 4 lengths, but starts to run on. Starry tackled by Sebring Express out in the centre of the track. Sebring Express struck the front at the 200 metre point. Bounding Badger gives chase. 15 rounds late. It's Sebring Express in front. Starry trying to come back from Bounding Badger. 15 rounds, but it's Sebring Express. The first 2 to Gaz. Sebring Express first. Second,
Cheatham. Eminent Duke is 3rd. Oscar's Choice is 4th. Sebring Express is trying to slide forward out deeper. Shalama even wider. It's going forward in a real hurry. All 2 free, second to last, and Tapavino is last. Sepay is the leader off the back of the 450. Shalom has gone from last to first. Now it's taken over. Cheatham's in 3rd spot. Sebring Express. Oscar's Choice just got shuffled back there with the tiring Sepay in front of it, then followed by All 2 Free and Eminent Duke. Around the corner, Shalom has worked hard. Oscar's Choice back to the rail. Running on now is Sebring Express, and then All 2 Free. Sebring Express struck the front, now 100 to go. All 2 Free is closing off. Sebring Express in front. Sebring Express. Sebring Express.
So that was Sebring Express, 4-year-old mare by Sebring out of Miss Exie. Be sure to follow her throughout her preparation. Now the second is Bring a Gem. Now Bring a Gem had his first up run at Randwick over the 1300 metres. He only had the 1 soft trial leading in. The ride that day left little to be desired. He was drawn wide, missed the kick. Then it was decided to drive the horse up through the pack, only to be caught wide. Then he went back. Then he went forward again. Look, I'm not sure what happened there, but to the horse's credit, despite all that, he stuck on quite well, and he's really derived a lot of benefit from that run. We will show you that first up run, but you want to be following Bring a Gem once he gets up to a mile and beyond, because that's where he really excels. So, again, this is another Sebring. Bring a Gem. Sebring out of Princess Gemma. First up at Randwick.
Off and racing now. Bring a Gem, no speed. Torpenhow gets back, and there's plenty looking for the lead. Chapelco in particular. It's going to take it with Bravissimo mustering to second, and the favourite Deity right up there in 3rd. Followed by Jatan on the improved Metamorphic deep out, then Bring a Gem. Further back to Romlo, beaten for speed. Then came Schubert, a length and a half to Region in the black cap. Torpenhow, the white cap, it's outside. So Chapelco leads as expected with Bravissimo across to second. And Deity travels strongly in 3rd at the 800 metres. A length further further back to Jatan, Bring a Gem 3 deep off the track, Metamorphic, followed then by Schubert from Romlo, Torp and Howe and Regent the last one. Chapelco in front, 600 metres out by 3/4 to Bravissimo. Then came Bring a Gem on the improved, 80 on the fence. Then came Jatan, Metamorphic being shoved along and Torp and Howe heads the rest. Schubert under pressure. Into the straight now and Par really quickens it up here on Chapelco. A length and a half clear to Bravissimo. Dady's gone back to the inside. Chapelco in front down to the 200. A length and a half to Bravissimo. Dady's battling. Then came Jatan. Then further back to Metamorphic and Torp and Howe. But Chapelco still full of running inside the 100 metres from Bravissimo. Late on the scene is Regent, but Chapelco is going to lead all the way there for Par. Beat Bravissimo. I think Regent third just...
So there you have it, guys. That's 2 horses to follow over the coming few weeks. 4-year-old Mare, Sebring Express, and 5-year-old Gelding Bring a Gem. Now, a few days ago, we asked Gary Portelli how he goes about selecting yearlings with us when we go to the sale. As many of you know, we use the one trainer, being Gary Portelli, and he's heavily involved in the selection of our horses. And basically, if he doesn't want to train them, we don't buy them. It's quite a simple system at the end of the day. Anything we buy, Gary is well aware that it is going to end up in his box, so he likes to be involved in every aspect of our buying yearlings. So we spent a couple of minutes with him the other day, and this is what he had to say.
Elite Thoroughbreds and myself have a trip out to Scone and have a look at as many yearlings as we can before they actually get to the sales complex. It makes it a lot easier when you've got about 14 or 1500 horses to get through. So if you can knock over 600 or 700 horses, a little trip around the Hunter Valley, it's always great. What we're looking for is obviously just an athlete. I don't even look at the page until I like the horse. Then we work out whether we can afford it or not. At the end of the day, it's no good having a well-bred horse that can't gallop in your stable. We're looking for a horse that slips through the cracks, something between that $50,000 to $100,000 bracket. Old Chester Shadow's been a great horse to us. He's won 1.4 million. So, you know, I'm not saying that every horse we buy is in that league, but that's what we aim at doing, is trying to find that horse that suits everyone. We try to buy horses that will go early, but if they don't, we've got them as a 3-year-old anyway. And most of our horses that we've had that did race at 2, Sebring Sun's another one, great little 2-year-old, went on to run 3rd in the Group 1 race at 3 in the Golden Rose.
So there you have it, guys. That was Gary Portelli talking to us the other day about what he looks for when selecting horses with Elite Thoroughbreds. Look, we'll probably ask him another question or two over the coming months. That segment seems to be well received. We've posted it up on social media pages, sent it through to the database, and people found it quite interesting. Of course, everyone wants to hear, you know, the thoughts of a Group 1 winning trainer when they can. So perhaps we'll make it a part of these newsletters moving forward. But that's all we've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed the newsletter, and we'll see you again next month.
Venaloquio late with Ohm Rockin', but Cosmic Cameo staves them all off. But Bring a Gem with the gun runner is way too good. And there's a double for James McDonald.
Straturbo just in front. It's ripping on and won the last. Straturbo
is coming away for a brilliant victory and goes down to beat Octane Flyer and then came in 3rd Dothraki.
Chester Shadow resuming today's a neck in front from Oxford Poet. It can't pull back the margin. Chester Shadow patiently ridden outside the leader. Here's Seeking Asylum with a last shot at them, bursting through on the outside. Oh, what a great finish. Seeking Asylum. Abdullah says, go on, Sebring Sun. And it races up to hit the lead and starts to wedge away on the Rosebud. Sebring Sun from Wild Errant, Let's Make It Rain. Regis run home into 4th, followed then by Tatouche, then Vanbrugh from Zoo Tanada, and Camby Bossy after leading, finished back at the tail of the field.